Prince William launches exciting new Wildlife Rangers series, a royal mission to protect the wild. In a lush expanse of golden grasslands beneath the African sun, a lioness watches her cubs play near a thicket, her gaze ever alert. 1,000 miles away, in the dense emerald canopy of a tropical rainforest, a troop of gorillas moves through the trees, watched closely, but respectfully, by a wildlife ranger with a camera in one hand and a notebook in the other. And now, thanks to an exciting new project spearheaded by none other than Prince William, the eyes of the world will soon follow. This week, Prince William, heir to the British throne and passionate conservationist, has unveiled his most ambitious environmental endeavor yet, Guardians of the Wild, a groundbreaking docuseries that puts the spotlight not on royalty, but on the often unsung heroes of conservation, the wildlife rangers. The Royal Mission. Long known for his dedication to protecting the planet, Prince William's love for wildlife was born in his early years, nurtured by trips with his father King Charles III and inspired by the environmental work of his grandfather, Prince Philip. But it was a transformative journey to Kenya in his early 20s that ignited a lifelong mission. There, in the heart of the savannah, he witnessed both the majesty of the wild and the fragility of the ecosystems that sustain it. Over the years, William has remained steadfast in his advocacy, founding the Earthshot Prize, supporting rhino protection initiatives, and advocating for global sustainability. Now, he's taking conservation storytelling to a whole new level. Guardians of the Wild is about heroes, real, courageous people who put their lives on the line every day to protect animals and preserve the natural world for future generations, said the Prince at the series' official launch at London's Natural History Museum. It's about giving them a voice and about reminding us all that saving nature is not just a noble cause, it's a necessary one. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. What this series is about. The series, a collaboration between the Royal Foundation, BBC Earth, and several leading conservation NGOs, is set to air globally this fall. Spanning 6 continents and featuring over a dozen countries, each episode follows a different team of rangers as they face the daunting task of defending wildlife from threats ranging from poaching to climate change. Viewers will journey deep into the heart of Namibia's deserts, where black rhinos roam, and into the misty mountains of Uganda, where gorillas cling to survival. They'll accompany anti-poaching patrols through the treacherous jungles of Southeast Asia, track snow leopards across the icy peaks of the Himalayas, and document coral reef restoration off the coast of Australia. But Guardians of the Wild isn't just about animals, it's about people. From veteran trackers who can read a paw print like a poem to tech-savvy conservationists deploying drones and AI, the series introduces a cast of extraordinary characters, each driven by passion, resilience, and a profound respect for the natural world. A day in the life of a ranger. One of the early preview episodes introduces viewers to Maria Ndlovu, a Zimbabwean ranger whose childhood dream was to protect elephants. Now a commander of an all-female anti-poaching unit, Maria spends her days trekking through bushlands, monitoring elephant herds and apprehending poachers, sometimes at great personal risk. "It's not just a job. It's my purpose," she says in the episode, her voice steady but full of emotion. "These animals are part of our heritage. If we lose them, we lose a part of ourselves." Through cinematic visuals and intimate storytelling, viewers are invited into the world of these rangers. Into their camps, their challenges, and their victories. There are no narrators here. The rangers tell their own stories in their own voices. This choice, Prince William insisted, was deliberate. For too long, conservation has been told from the outside in. This series turns that around. The rangers are the story, he said. Technology meets tradition. The series also highlights the fascinating intersection of ancient wisdom and modern innovation. In one episode, a group of Indigenous Australian rangers employs traditional fire management techniques passed down through generations to protect biodiversity and reduce the risk of catastrophic bushfires. In another, AI-powered camera traps in the Amazon are used to track jaguars and alert rangers to illegal logging in real time. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Prince William, ever the advocate for blending progress with heritage, believes that the future of conservation lies in this synergy. Technology can enhance our ability to protect, but it must be grounded in respect for the communities and cultures that live closest to nature, he said. The global impact. Even before its full release, Guardians of the Wild has garnered international attention. Early screenings at film festivals and conservation conferences have been met with standing ovations and glowing reviews. It's powerful, moving, and utterly necessary, said Dr. Ayanna Johnson, marine biologist and co-founder of the All We Can Save project. What Prince William is doing is reframing conservation, not as a crisis, but as a calling. That changes everything. The series is also set to be a cornerstone of the Prince's broader initiative to support ranger welfare. Proceeds from the series, as well as associated partnerships, will fund ranger training, equipment, and mental health support through a new Rangers Resilience Fund, launched in tandem with the show. Rangers are the backbone of conservation, yet they often work underfunded and underappreciated, William noted. This series is just one part of a bigger movement to change that. A family affair. In a touching nod to his personal life, Prince William revealed that his children, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis, had previewed some of the series' footage and were completely spellbound. George was fascinated by the tracking techniques, Charlotte loved the baby animals, and Louis just wanted to be a ranger immediately, William said with a smile. It's no secret that the prince hopes to inspire the next generation, not just in his family, but globally. Guardians of the Wild is accompanied by an educational campaign reaching schools across the UK with interactive materials, classroom challenges, and live Q&A sessions with featured rangers. It's about planting seeds, said William. If even one child watches the series and decides to stand up for wildlife, then we've succeeded. Looking ahead. As the world grapples with environmental degradation, species loss, and the existential threat of climate change, stories like Guardians of the Wild remind us of what is still possible, that against all odds, people are fighting every day to make a difference. In the words of Prince William during the series launch, we are not powerless. The wild places of the world are still alive with hope, with wonder, and with the roar of resilience. But they need guardians, and now, more than ever, they need all of us. The first episode of Guardians of the Wild will premiere globally in September, available on BBC Earth, National Geographic, and major streaming platforms. With stunning visuals, courageous stories, and the vision of a future king behind it, the series is poised not only to entertain, but to ignite a movement. After all, as the series' tagline reminds us, to protect the wild is to protect ourselves. Subscribe the channel to get such videos.